So I would like to introduce Meera Didi. Okay. Now, in Malaysia, Meera Didi is our guardian angel. So with the experience of more than 50 years practicing Raj Yoga meditation, she is actually our spiritual resource person, where she enriches us with spiritual knowledge and wisdom, where she guides us to navigate our spiritual life and also our personal life, to create our fortune after becoming a person who has recognized Baba. And Meera Didi also, many of you may not know that Meera Didi also was responsible in the early days for establishing and sustaining many centers. She has traveled to many countries, sharing gyan and sustaining souls. In Malaysia, she was one of the main instruments to establish and to sustain many centers. So with that, I would like to now hand over the session to Didi Meera, because Didi Meera is going to talk to us on the topic of the secrets of karma.
Shanti. A very good morning and greetings of peace to all of you. I think by this time, all of you are very familiar with the word Om Shanti. Om means I am a soul. Shanti, peace. I am a peaceful soul. I would like to take this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to all my brothers and sisters for this third retreat on my behalf. The topic today is very much close to our heart. I'm sure you agree with me. The word karma is a very well-known word in our world. Everybody knows this word, but a very few people understand the meaning of this word karma. So today, I'm going to share with you, on the basis of my experience, some of the secrets I have learned through meditation practice. Karma is a Sanskrit word translated into English as action. Karma is equal to action. Karma can be defined in simple words scientifically as energy using matter. Energy using matter is equal to karma. So when do I begin to use this matter, this body made up of 5 elements? When the energy, enter the fetus of the mother about 5 months. That is when the mother begins to feel the movement in her stomach. So my karma begins already. So some action that we do is physically visible. Some actions we do is not visible. Like, for example, I am thinking, I am feeling, I am sending out vibrations, I am receiving vibrations. All this is karma. Whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not. So that is why I believe that karma action begins the moment I enter this matter until the last moment I leave this matter. You know, when somebody is in coma, still something is going on. The person is not dead. You may call that body vegetable, but the soul is in the body. Soul is having some experience inside, but because there is no connection between the body and the soul due to some reason, network reason, it cannot communicate. That's all. That's why some people come out of coma after 20 years also. Some come earlier out of coma, you know. And so we are in the field of action. This world is called Karma Kshetra, field of action. So in Buddhism, they translate this karma as the law of cause and effect. There is no effect without a cause. There is no cause without an effect. In Christianity, even though they believe, there's something that they don't believe in reincarnation, but they do believe in karma, because it is said, as you sow, so shall you reap. Whatever kind of seed you sow, that is the fruit you receive. According to third law of Newton, the law of karma says action and reaction are equal and opposites. This is something you need to understand. You know, so whatever action I perform, consciously, unconsciously, subconsciously, you know, thinking, feeling, attitude, vision, all this is karma. And it is registered in my subconscious mind. And I have to get the response, reaction for it. And so this is why we say that you can escape the law of karma. Another secret is absolute. It doesn't have any favoritism. Whether it is like a law of gravity, you know, whether a king falls from the 5th floor or a pauper, both will get the same pain and hurt, isn't it? The nature doesn't discriminate. So same thing connected with the karma. You know, it doesn't have any favoritism. It is absolute. You can escape from the eyes of the police by breaking the law, by going through the red light on the road, traffic light. But you cannot escape the law of karma. So the law of karma says action and reaction are equal and opposites. This is something very deep secret we need to understand. Sometimes we understand action and reaction. If I give sorrow to someone, I must get sorrow. If I give happiness, I must get happiness, right? Action and reaction. But the question mark is, I give you so much of happiness. I made you so happy. And what you give me in return? Only sorrow, pain. So sometimes we wonder, is the law of karma working here? If it is scientific, it must be working. Just like we say, if you throw a ball towards the sky, the ball will come back to you with the same force. It will not go back to you because I threw the ball. If I throw black ball, I will get black ball. If I throw white ball, I will get white ball. I can't expect throwing black ball and getting white ball, right? But sometimes we do in this life. So that is why there is question sometimes. Is there justice in this world? How come people who are doing wrong things are enjoying life and poor people who are honest, simple are suffering? Is there someone called God? Is there a justice? Does this question come to you? Yes, it does come, because we cannot accept sometimes, how come I give you so much happiness, I helped you so much, you betray me. You disappoint me. So this is a secret I'm sharing with you. I learned from Raj Yoga. I need to understand the existence of eternity within this life. Who performs karma? Just now you heard in the commentary, we are made up of two energies. Body, physical, made up of 5 elements, and soul, non-physical, energy. So I need to understand the doer of the karma. Who does the karma? It's not the body. I, the soul, the energy. I use this body. So that means I need to understand the nature of that energy. Body, we know it is perishable. Made up of 5 elements, it will mix with the 5 elements. But I, the energy, the soul, I am immortal, eternal. I exist forever. In science, we say energy was never created and energy will never be destroyed. So I am that energy. I can never be destroyed. I never was created. I always existed. So I, the energy, the soul, I have been in many bodies before. I have played my part with different costumes, and this is one of the bodies. And I will continue what happens after death. I will continue with other bodies. So I need to understand the secret of my existence in this world. I am not body. I have a body, but I am a soul. It is within the soul, we have 3 faculties: mind, intellect, and subconscious mind, what we call sanskara. So mind, thinking, intellect, making decision, and then I, the soul, perform action. So all the actions I perform is recorded. It is in the form of impression in the soul. And so when I leave my body, what happens at the time of death? I carry with me the impression, recordings of that action, right? And I will take birth according to the story I have written. So very beautiful meaning somebody told me yesterday. What is the meaning of predestined? When we talk about karma, people say, okay, I am destined to suffer like this. God wants me to suffer like this. It's not true. What is predestined? Previously written destiny. Make a note of it. Think about it. There is a deep secret here. You know, previously written destiny. So I am taking back with me whatever I have written. That is why they say life is a story, you write it. So when you leave my body, when I leave my body, body is burnt or cremated. I, the soul, carry the story I have written. That decides my destiny. So according to that, I take my birth. I just give you one simple example. You will get to know more about it in other sessions. Say, for example, I borrowed certain amount of money from you in this body, in this birth with you. And then I never returned. I left my body. And you also left your body and went somewhere else. And suddenly, both of us meet. You know, so we don't know each other, but the karma is already created between both of us. I have already thrown the black ball to you by borrowing karma and cheating you and betraying you, not giving you the money in return, and I went off. So in some birth, next birth or any other birth, we meet up again, but in different dress, with different name, different place. And then I begin to experience a negative reaction from you suddenly. You know, because you hold that grudge. No, she borrowed money, she never gave, she betrayed me, honest, dishonest, all this. So I cannot understand why she is reacting with me like this. Because in that birth, you did not do anything wrong, right? But then you have already created that karma, the destiny in your past life, but you never erased it. And so suddenly that reaction comes. So that is when we understand. If you understand the existence of the soul, then you can accept whatever is happening in your life. This is another secret. You are totally responsible. Underline that. You are responsible 100% whatever is happening in your life. You know, nobody else, not parents, not God. You are responsible. You wrote the destiny and you are getting back the return. So this is why in Raj Yoga, we emphasize on the lesson of practicing soul consciousness, energy consciousness, the one who performs action through the body, because that one is responsible. So if I am aware, I am a soul performing action through this body, when I'm soul conscious, not role conscious, soul conscious, my power of discerning will work precisely, and I am able to think before I act. You have heard this saying, right? Think before you act. Speak before you think before you speak. Because if you don't decide properly, you will be the sufferer. So in soul consciousness, because my intellect is awakened, intellect is alert, my power of discerning work precisely. And I know I will be responsible for whatever action I am going to perform. So I make sure consciously I don't do anything wrong now. one thing you must understand, whatever has happened until today, this minute, that is destiny. But from this moment, you are the creator of destiny. So past is destiny, present is creation, future is action. This is the secret. So I cannot blame anyone. I don't need to blame myself also. Because of course, out of ignorance, we have done something, but I need to take responsibility. This is very important secret in karma. Unless I take responsibility, I cannot change my karma, cannot change my destiny. So with Raj Yoga practice, because of soul consciousness and connection with God, we are able to awaken our conscience, our intellect, make the right decision, and take responsibility. And so we are able to, perform good action. Just to name it, there are 3 types of action one can perform. And you have a choice. You have a choice. God will not choose for you. You have to choose. Good action, bad action, neutral action. Good action means actions done in soul consciousness and God consciousness. Bad action in the consciousness of the matter, body consciousness under the influence of 5 vices. And neutral action is only in soul consciousness. So body conscious actions lead you to sorrow, and soul conscious and God conscious actions lead you into happiness. So that is why, in this present life, we all have a mixed experience, right? Mixed experience. Sometimes we are happy in relationships. Sometimes we have sorrow, One thing I would like to really request all of you to know, that don't always use the word karma with a negative connotation. It is not always negative. It can be positive also. Like for example, a baby is born to someone in a royal family. Before the baby is born, welcoming of the baby begins in the royal family, isn't it? It's brought up in such a great royalty. And some places, baby is born and thrown in the dustbin, dumped in the dustbin. So actually, it can be good karma, it can be bad karma. So this is where I have to consciously have the choice now. One thing I was very impressed when I came to Raj Yoga was the free will. This is underlined, the secret. We have free will to change our destiny. We don't need to sit and moan saying that I am destined to suffer. God wants me to suffer. I can change my destiny. That is why I said, what is past? In the past, you had thrown a black ball to somebody, so they will give you black ball. Now, when the black ball has come to you, you have the choice now. You have black ball and white ball, both in your head. So which ball you want to throw? See, animals also have soul, but they cannot change their karma because their intellect doesn't work. God has placed human beings higher than animals because human soul have intellect They can think what is right, what is wrong, right? And so when I don't use my intellect properly, I do the wrong thing and I suffer. So the free will is, now I have a choice. You decide. Don't sit there thinking I'm destined. You are not destined. Whatever happened this moment, destined. But now you have a free will. This is a deep secret of karma. Your destiny is in your hands. Either you can make it or break it. So you decide what ball you want to throw. And when you decide the karma, right karma, and you get the reward accordingly. But one thing is, until now, whatever has happened, I am responsible. So when I take this responsibility of karma, I am able to lessen the pain. When it is self-imposed pain, we don't feel that much. So this is self-imposed suffering. It's not somebody gave. Yeah. And so in that way, so once we asked one of the famous experienced person, how much percentage we should believe in destiny and how much percentage in karma. 60% destiny, 40% predestined. That means now when I realize I am a soul, connect myself with God and take that power, I can enlighten my intellect and I can perform actions which can actually change my destiny. It can erase the past and create a new recording. So that is why they say, first watch your thoughts. Everything begins with the thought, right? Watch your thoughts. Your thoughts will become your words. Watch your words. Your words will become your actions. Watch your action. Your action becomes habit. Repeated action becomes habit. Watch your actions become character. And watch your character, it becomes your destiny. So you are the writer of your destiny. You are the architect of your destiny. You can make it or break it. The pen to draw the lines of karma is in your hands. So this is what I felt when I came to Raj Yoga. I felt like, God has given me the pen, the knowledge of karma. So now I have the pen to draw the line of my fortune. I can choose. And that made me very happy. That gave a lot of relief that, I don't have to put blame on anyone. I don't have to make anybody responsible. I can choose what I want. And that is what I would like you to think about. Let us not blame our, like sometimes past karma, or let us not blame God, or let us not blame our parents, or let us not even blame government. Some people, when they are helpless, they are blaming anybody and everybody. But actually, it is each one of us are responsible. So the 3-4 secrets I have shared with you. One is karma is actually begins from our thought. Thinking is karma, feeling is karma, attitude is karma. See, now when I'm thinking, whatever feeling I create, it goes to my body and my body is affected. I get sick. So it is my karma. I thought wrong thoughts, and that affected my immune system. I got sick. Who is responsible? You have a choice to think, no? Thoughts are thoughts are inevitable. Thinking is optional. You have a choice to think. You become what you think. So if you are always thinking negative, you are sending negative energy to the body, and the body gets sick, right? That is why doctors say most of the sicknesses today are psychosomatic. And then sometimes not only sick, but when we have some negative feelings, it becomes vibration and it affects the elements of matter, and the elements of matter begins to react with us. Instead of using matter, we misuse matter because of our thoughts. Because sometimes people kill animals for filling their belly, but we don't have right to kill anyone. So as a karma of that violence, what comes back to me is many kinds of suffering we don't realize. So this is why don't think that only when you are talking you are doing karma. When you are doing something with a hand, you are doing karma. You may be sitting in silence doing nothing, but you are thinking negative thoughts. You are wishing somebody bad, negative attitude towards someone. So it is poisoning the atmosphere. It's poisoning your systems of the body. Your karma has already started. So we cannot renounce karma. Even if you go on a strike, say one day, today I'm not going to do any karma action, but you are still doing something. Breathing is also karma. Blinking the eyes is also karma. Right? We are not free. So everything has a thought behind it. So what is very important is to understand the power of thoughts. Very, very important, because everything begins with thought. So if you can master your thoughts, so you can become the director of your life. So that is why we always say, when there are suffering in human life, it is not just the physical cause, but there are spiritual causes. There are spiritual causes. That is why there is loss in business, bankruptcy, sickness, relationship. It's not only physical, spiritual cause. If there is a spiritual cause, there is a spiritual cure also. So always physical cure doesn't help. Sometimes when we understand, we change our attitude towards a person, we change our feelings towards a person, our karma, our destiny changes. But the most important thing, what we need to understand is, I, the soul, I am separate from the body. I am the one who performs action, looking, seeing, talking, thinking. So let me take responsibility for that. Think right, speak right, do right. So when you do good, you will get back good, isn't it? Consciously. Of course, as I said, what you have done until today out of ignorance, there is no way you can get out of it. You have to pay for it. But then because I understand I am responsible, I don't have any sorrow. I become more humble in accepting, and I want to change myself. So in that way, when each one of us understand the secrets of karma and the depth of karma, so we are able to make our life divine. We are able to make our life wise. We are able to make our life enlightened. We are able to lead a life based on values. You know, today, in order to gain name and fame and becoming wealthy, people are sacrificing values, selling values for the sake of earning money, not remembering the consequences. You know, like now we are cutting off all the trees in the elements in order to build buildings, you know, reclaiming the land from the ocean to build high-rise buildings, but the nature will not leave us alone. You know, building big tunnels, building, you know, underground road. So it is like hurting nature. So the nature cannot speak, but you have to pay for it, isn't it? You know, I was in Turkey a few years ago. I just finished with the last one, then we have some meditation. You know, in Turkey, I saw for the first time so much smoke. There is everywhere smoke, smoke, smoke. You know, you can see that it's like a chimney everywhere. And I was talking about this secret of karma to a group of people. I said, you know, this is very bad. Smoking is very bad. And slow smoking is even worse. You know, person sitting next to the smoker, they have even more bad effect than the smoker. Because as a result of smoking today, you know, you have to pay for the karma in some time that you could be caught up in a place where you cannot breathe. That could be the consequence of smoking. So it is better that I don't do that. You know, think about the consequences. That is why they always say, before you speak, think about the consequences. Before you perform action, think about the consequences. Then you will not want to perform that action. So this is why God has put human beings in the highest rank. We have an intellect that is can think right and wrong. Let us use our intellect. Let us keep our intellect enlightened, always awake. And that is only possible with the practice of meditation. Meditation is not chanting something. It's not a religion. Meditation is mastering my thoughts, using my mind in a positive way. So when you teach yourself to direct the energy of your mind in a positive direction, so you are able to become the master of your life. Because thoughts are the main thing that lead us, you know. So make your mind your best friend and allow your conscience to dictate your intellect. Then you are able to decide precisely the right thing, and you will not need to face the consequences. So for today, I just leave you with some of the secrets. There are many other deeper secrets, you know, which you will get to know as you come closer to the Raj Yoga meditation classes. And other speakers will share other aspects of karma. But from my side, this is what I wanted to share with you. I hope it has opened up some layers of your ignorance. And so you can start taking responsibility for your life and not blaming anyone. Blame culture is very easy to adopt. But to take responsibility needs courage. But of course, it is possible if I am able to know who am I. You know, this is a very important question. Who am I? The one who sees through the eyes, the one who speaks through the mouth, one who listens through the ears, the one who thinks. The body cannot do everything by itself. So every time we use the word I, let me add this one more word, I the soul. So I the soul, I'm speaking. I the soul, I'm looking. I the soul, I'm performing action, then you will slow down. You will not be in a hurry to do something and then afterwards regret. And also there is the awareness that whatever I am doing, it's being recorded. You know, when you know that you are in front of a recorder, you will be careful to speak, isn't it? You have to listen to that back again. So you are in front of a camera, your photo is being taken, your recording being done, and you will carry that for your future destiny. So it's a life, it's a cycle of life and death. So we cannot escape this cycle. So let us make sure that our life becomes better as we go ahead and not worse. So let us spend some time now, just to contemplate on some of the aspects that I have spoken to you before you listen to other panelists about other aspects of karma. So the secret of karma is fivefold, as I mentioned. So one is karma is inevitable. You cannot stop. You have to continue to perform, and it begins from the moment the soul enters the fetus. Thoughts, feelings, emotions, desires, memories, everything is karma. And the second thing is, karma has no favoritism. It works in the same way for everyone, whether it is a king or a pauper. And the law of karma says action and reaction are equal and opposite. And in order to understand this secret, you have to know the existence of the eternity of soul and reincarnation. Because reincarnation and secrets of karma are very much related. And number 4, you have a choice to change your destiny. You have the free will, use it. And lastly, the secret of karma is that, whatever I have written, I have the choice to change my destiny by performing better actions at the present time through soul conscious practice, meditation, and performing good karma in large amounts. So it is twofold, 2 things are very important: spiritual knowledge and meditation practice. These 2 tools helps us a lot in making our life more smoother and more easier. So use these tools in your life to improve the quality of your life, to enlighten your life. Okay, so let us sit. Any questions that you have, you can send it on the chat box, and then later on in the panel discussion, reflect upon what we have heard so far. So I'll just speak a live commentary, and so you can try to reflect on the same level. So we will have an inner journey. Om Shanti. I allow my body to sit relaxed, breathing in and out normally. I turn my mind within. I ask myself, who am I? Who am I really? When I introduce myself to others, what do I tell them? my name, my occupation, my specialties, my age, all the labels that is attached to me. Let me go a little bit deeper. Try to understand me more in depth. Is there anything more that I can think about the self? As I dive deeper into myself, I begin to see another layer emerging from deep within. I have thoughts. I have feelings. I have emotions, even memories. All these subtle aspects are contained within a tiny energy point seated in the center of my forehead. Feel that energy somewhere here. The tiny energy point, it is that energy contains feelings, emotions, thoughts, memories. This body is only a costume, a dress. But I, the soul, I exist forever. I was in many bodies before, and I will continue to be in many bodies later. This is one of the many bodies I have taken in this drama of life. Sitting in the forehead of my body, now I realize I have a choice to choose my destiny. I can make it or break it. Let me take this choice to make the decision to perform actions, karma, in soul consciousness, in the remembrance of God, so that those actions are registered in my subconscious mind as good actions. So when I accumulate more of those good actions while I'm in this body, I don't have any fear of dying, because I know the body dies, but I continue my journey, and I'm going to take with me the good action that I have accumulated, and that is going to be my witness. Nobody is coming to give you witness when you die, you did good or bad. Your karma is your witness. And that is why I say, make good karma your companion. And your companion will be your witness in front of God, so that you don't need to feel repentance or regret. So always pay attention to think of the consequences before you speak, before you act. But from today, one more addition. think before you think. Because thinking is also karma. Om Shanti. I hope you will enjoy the rest of the sessions, and your life will take a 180 degrees transformation after this karma session, and you will contribute to our world to bring transformation, positive transformation with a fast speed. All the best. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you very much, Meera Didi, for the very clear explanation and very deep feeling in the commentary.